you doing, everyone? It's Kevin. I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be doing a review on a Harbor Freight high velocity floor fan. Little story to tell you. I was in the garage the other day cleaning up, and I had one of them old sawmill blades, and I went to go put it away. And the back of my fan, that sawmill blade, it was a broken blade. It went through it and broke a couple blades off of my fan. So I needed a new fan for the shop, and this is what we chose: a Harbor Freight Central Machinery high velocity floor fan. Now we're going to use this in the shop because we need to be able to circulate air in here in the winter and in the summer when it's hot. It's nice to have that fan. So we're going to get this fan out of the box and get it put together, because there is a little bit that we have to put together on it, and I'm going to bring you guys along to show you how to do everything and let you know what I think of this fan. Let's get to it. Okay, just by looking at the outside of the box, I know this fan is for me. I like the 3 speeds on it, cubic feet per minute. It's 4,800 on low, 5,300 on medium, and 6,000 on high. In the wintertime, I need to be able to circulate heat around in this garage because the heater, the fan on the furnace does not blow a lot. So we have a lot of heat that stays up in the top because we got good insulation and we need to get it down off the ceiling. This is a 20-inch high velocity floor fan. It's supposed to be constructed very good. It has a 7-foot cord on it. Easy metal bracket for tilting the fan. You can tilt it however you want. This is not an oscillating fan. We didn't want an oscillating fan. It has an easy carry handle on the top of it. So let's get this guy opened up and see what we got to put together. Okay, look guys, I thought we was going to have to put a bunch of stuff together, but nah, it's not really that. When you get your fan, it's going to be in one piece, and the legs that it stands on is going to be in another piece. We'll just leave it laying on its face right now, and we'll go ahead and snap the legs in. Line your legs up, and then push your little button right here, push it in, and slide it up on. And there's one on each side you'll have to do. Alright, that being done, now our fan is ready to go. All we have to do is pull the cord off of it, and it's good. It's ready to work. It wasn't much to putting it together. Just snap those 2 little pins and plug it in. But I'm not finished there. This is my personal fan for me, and I'm going to do something to my fan that I think you should do to your fan. Now, one thing about in a garage, we have a lot of dust and we have a lot of debris floating around in here. And one thing about it is we have to clean our blades at least 2 times a year. In order for this thing to put out good air, you got to clean them at least twice a year. So we're going to take a Phillips screwdriver and we're going to stick it in here and just unscrew this little guy right here. We want to expose our blades. Our blades are something that definitely got to be cleaned because they get dirty. And the dirtier a fan gets, the less airflow you're going to get out of this fan. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this off and we're going to expose our fan blade. Just going to lay this down on the bottom here. Take this off. We're going to have a little bit of a mess here for a couple of minutes, but we're going to get it fixed up. Then we're going to take our fan shroud off. With our shroud off, the protector off the outside, what we're going to do is we're going to take a Phillips screwdriver, and up underneath this piece right here, there's a bolt right there. We're going to take this bolt out. And what we want to do is be real careful with our blades because we don't want to bend them. And we're going to slide this off. This is what we're looking for, this piece right here. Okay, now that we have our blades off, trying to be very careful that we don't bend these blades. We don't want to mess these up. These are bent so they can push air. So we're going to take just some car wax, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to put car wax on these. We're going to wax our blades. And what's going to happen with this is going to keep a lot of stuff from sticking to these blades. We don't want dust or stuff to stick to them. We're going to do the fronts and the back of these blades. Now be real careful you don't bend your blades now. They're very light and they're very flimsy. They will bend. I'm trying to do this to save me. When I put this wax on here, this is going to save me a lot of work. We want to do the edge and everything. This is going to save me a lot of work because stuff is not going to stick as well to the wax as they would if you didn't wax these blades. This is going to cut the air like a knife. So we're going to finish waxing these up real good, front and back. And then we're going to get this put back together and get it turned on and see how much air we could get out of this thing. Okay, our blade is nice and clean. So now we want to put the blade back on. You'll see there's a little flat spot in your shaft right here. Just make sure your bolt line's back up with that flat spot. Slide it down on. Take your Phillips screwdriver and tighten it back down. Now, some of you are probably thinking, Kevin, you're just going a little bit overboard with cleaning the blades and putting wax on them. But let me tell you, when I go to clean this thing, that dust is just going to slide off of there so easy. And I'm not going to have a hard time getting it off. And I've seen times where overspray got on these blades, my old fan, and it was very, very hard to get off. So this is going to make it a lot easier. Just a little bit of added protection and going to keep these blades clean. Trust me, I know a lot about fans, and keeping them blades clean are very important. So now we're going to just go ahead and put our cover back on this. So we're just going to get our shroud put back up on here, and we're going to get that bolt tightened down, but this time it'll be on the top, not on the bottom. We want it to be up here where we can get to it. Much, much easier. Okay, now our shroud is on there good and tight. We're ready to plug this thing in and try it out. Okay, we're looking at the back of the fan right now. This is your 3 settings. You have off, 1, 2, and 3 on this. Also, this thing has a pretty cool little cord wrap on the back. So when you're ready to put this thing and store it for the winter months, if you don't use it for any heat, you could wrap that cord right up on there and put it away, which is pretty nice. So we're going to go ahead and get this guy plugged in. All right, we're plugged in. So let's see, we'll click it on 1 to see how loud it is. That's not too bad. Let's see how bad it shakes when we go up another one. Oh, I can feel the air, and I'm standing behind it. I feel air already. Let's turn it on high. Let's see how much it shakes. Wow. Check it out. Let's see if we can hear the air. Oh yeah, that feels so good. That's awesome. Yeah, that is awesome. It's not as loud as I thought it was going to be. I mean, it's got some noise to it, but I don't think it is loud as, you know, I thought it would be. So it does have some noise to it, but it's not that loud. I think I could use this in the house. Okay, I'm going to show you guys the fan that we're going to be replacing. Over here you can see the old fan up here. I put it up in the top up here. See it right up there. It's up in the rafters. But we turn it on because it keeps airflow. When the furnace is going, when that little heater's going over there, the air all gets trapped up there in the top, and that fan circulates that air for me and gets it down here. So up there is where we want to put this fan. And as you can see, that fan up there, it's pretty dirty. Actually, I was getting ready to take it down and clean it, but one of the saw blades, one of these big saw blades right here, that one on the end, it's broke. And it went up there and went right in the back of the fan, and pieces of blade went everywhere. So we're going to get up there and put our fan up there and see what it does. Okay, I have a couple of these little hooks here. These are for pipe to hook it to a wall. So I got a couple of these. I'm just going to snap one of these. Well, these two. I'm going to snap them on these legs right here. And I'm just going to bolt this fan right up in the ceiling on one of them tuba floors up there. That way it'll hold that fan sturdy in place for me. Okay, I got my fan mounted up there. I'm going to take you guys up there and show you how I mounted it. Now, they don't tell you this is a wall mount, but it works as a wall mount. I put one of them clamps right there. Then I put another clamp right there. And I angled the fan downward. So now I can still angle it more downward if I want, but I can also turn this fan back and forth. So we got a wall mount fan out of a floor model fan, and it works. Okay, so now I know you guys, the first question you're going to ask is how you're going to turn it on. Well, that was an easy one because I just put a little extension cord on it and I plug it in. And then the second question you're going to ask is, how do you turn the levels from 1 to 3 on? Well, the speeds, guess what? I've never turned the old one off of high. You need it on high in here, whether it's cold or hot. So we're just going to leave it alone. It's going to work out great for us. Let's get it plugged in and see how much air we get. And I think there's a way that I can show you how much air we get. As you can see in my garage, there's cords hanging down. You see these cords? They're on all the lights. Well, most of them. Some of them broke off, but they're on most of them over through there. And if them cords are moving, you got air flowing. I like having the cords on there because if we're not doing a lot of work in here, I'm able to pull some of them strings and turn some of the lights off so we're not using quite as much electricity. So let's get the fan plugged in. It is on high. And there is some air. Look at that string right there. You see that one? That string is going pretty crazy. Look at this string over here. We're probably almost 20 feet from the fan right there. And that's airflow. Here I know we're over 20 feet. Look at that string. Now, we're at almost 40 feet here. I don't see them moving, but that fan's not actually going clean over to here. I filled on my legs. Yeah, this one's moving a little bit. Yeah, they're moving just a little bit. Not much, but I can feel the air over here. I can feel it actually pretty good. But it's down next to the floor. I have it pointing down next to the floor. And this is going to help out during the winter months when we got the heater going. It's going to take that heat from up there, way up in the top above that wood burner that gets trapped up in there. And it's going to blow it out here onto the floor and recirculate it back across the top of the ceiling and out. This is going to work out great. All right, that's the Central Machinery 20-inch high-velocity floor model fan we mounted on the wall, and it's working great. Now listen, if we have any issues with this fan, trust me, you guys know I'm on YouTube all the time, always posting videos. If I have any issues, I'm going to let you guys know. But as of right now, it does blow a lot more air than my old fan, and I think it's a keeper for right now. But we'll see. So I would like to tell everyone, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me thumbs up, thumbs down, or a comment if you'd like. Until next time.